Welcome to the Luton Ladies Lowdown. I'm your host, Matt, and I'm joined by a very special guest today. Last year's Golden Boot winner for the league and current top goal scorer for Luton Ladies. Welcome to the Luton Ladies pod, Tash. How are you today?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing really well, thanks. Obviously,
Good.
I was at the game on Sunday and also the Sunday before. It was a bit of a shame, obviously, what happened on Sunday. But yeah, we'll go into that in a bit more detail. So
Yeah.
let's take a look at the last game against St Albans City and also Enfield Town and any other news from the ladies team. Okay, football. So onto the game this is Sunday the 6th of October. This is the one we played against Enfield at Barton. We won with a 1-0 victory. It was I'd definitely say a very hard-fought victory. They defended incredibly well. There were a number of shots and 2 penalties. And obviously, you managed to convert the second penalty and get the winning goal. How was that game for you?
Yeah, it was actually a really tough game. I'd actually say probably the hardest one we've had this season in terms of the way they set up. They defended, like you say, really well. They were really hard to break down. And I think we kind of got frustrated at times with how well they were defending. But yeah, it was really tough. It felt like a proper battle out there, and I can see them giving other teams some real challenge this season. But yeah, like I say, we did eventually get the breakthrough, which kind of was quite a relief. But yeah, definitely up there with the toughest game we've had this season.
Yeah,
So
I had a chat with Miles, I think it was before the St Albans game. He definitely said that of the teams that defend the best, it's probably going to be Royston, Luton, then Enfield. So obviously they're right up there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree with that. They definitely come with a game plan, and they definitely stuck to their game plan very well, and definitely gave us a challenge.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was necessarily they were able to attack as well as they were able to defend, because obviously I don't think they had anywhere near as much shot or as much pressure as we were giving to their defence. But it was, I think, kind of their defence and their goalkeeper, they just stood up really well, obviously getting the save for the first penalty as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, fair.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough one. I think they hit the post in the first half, but apart from that, I don't really remember them having many opportunities going forward. But yeah, like you say, they definitely defended well as a team and frustrated us for the game.
But obviously, best thing of all, we got the 3 points, which is exactly what we need. It's kept us in second place, following Royston, who obviously have still got an unbeaten streak so far. But I believe at some point in the not too distant future, they're going to be coming to Barton. So we'll see how that fixture goes when we get to that.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that one.
Yeah. So you are actually the current top goal scorer at the Luton Ladies. I don't think this is something new to you. Obviously, you won the Golden Boot for the league last season. Congratulations, first of all. Are you aiming to get the Golden Boot again this season?
It'll be nice. I don't ever really it sounds silly as a striker, but I don't ever think to myself, I want to win the Golden Boot. I ultimately want the team to win and do well. And obviously, if I can score and contribute to that, then that really helps. But yeah, I don't mind as long as someone from Luton gets it. I don't mind whether it's me, Cheska, Jess. I don't mind who gets it as long as it's someone in the orange colours. And yeah, I think for me, the aim is always to win the league and win the trophies before the Golden Boot itself. I think I've always been like that. I think, it's just something. I think football is definitely a team game. So the team goals come before my individual goals, definitely.
Well, I hope obviously it's you, Cheska, and then Jess in that order, in top goal scorers in the league.
Yeah.
that's my personal hopes. Obviously, speaking of Cheska and also others who recently came in, for example, Huds, they all came in, you were all signed from Real Bedford last season. How has that transition been? Obviously moving to Luton, obviously you played against Luton, I'm assuming, in previous games before this. How has it been actually kind of switching from that over to this team, and how's the team made you feel welcome so far moving into Luton?
Oh, so it's been really nice. I think the girls have been brilliant in welcoming us like into the squad. Because obviously there's everyone says about this rivalry between Bedford Luton. Obviously it's a derby, but actually we've always got on quite well as like off the pitch. So it's been nice actually getting to know the team better, and they've welcomed us really nicely. And the atmosphere, like at training, atmosphere at match days, the atmosphere with the managers and coaches is really nice as well. Like you just feel welcome from the start. Yeah, it's been so easy to transition straight over and just kind of slot into the team. So that's been really good. So yeah, they've all just made us feel so welcome, and it's nice to continue to play with them guys as well from Bedford. Obviously we had the chemistry from last season, but to bring that over to Luton, and like I say, they've all welcomed us, so kind of just slotted in, and it feels like we're just kind of building on from last season, which is nice.
Awesome to hear. And I'm assuming, obviously, the aspiration is to get promoted, obviously, as you were with the last season with Real Bedford.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that's what everyone wants. And I think Luton the last couple of seasons have only just missed out. So it's definitely something that hopefully we can achieve this year, which is what we're aiming for and what we're training hard for. We work at training each week to keep that momentum going. So yeah, hopefully we get the rewards at the end of the season.
Yeah. So obviously, for the record, for anyone that isn't aware or hasn't looked on the FA website, like I do every so often, Luton finished in second for the last 2 seasons, and they were in third for the season before that. So it is hopefully an upward trajectory.
Yes.
You talked about training there briefly. How does that work for you currently? How does it look? Are you enjoying the training? Is it different to kind of how you were training when you were with Real Bedford?
Yeah, so I'm really enjoying training. So it's the same days, so Tuesday, Thursday, but I like on a Tuesday, it's kind of on a rotation. So we do 2 football focus sessions, then we have a session in the gym, and then we have like a session in the classroom, like where we look through stats, we look through previous games, which is really helpful. So yeah, I like that it's kind of on a rotation. So obviously we come to play football, but we have that every Thursday. But it's nice on a Tuesday to have that rotation and just look at the other sides and the other parts of football as well as just out on the pitch. So that's quite a professional feel, which is really nice.
Yeah, I imagine it adds kind of a different dimension to obviously just training for the football, because obviously the stat stuff that you hear about that in all of the other leagues and stuff. So yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good to
definitely. It's
hear.
nice to see as well. So if you do something right, it's nice to see, oh, look, this is where it works. So if we've worked on something in training, it's nice to look back and that's actually working in the game. So it's always good to see. And then just areas we need to improve on as well always helps with the development of our own games.
Yeah, for sure. So, real quick, brief mention. We're going to talk about the FA Cup game that happened on the 13th, which was the Sunday that's just gone. So obviously, unfortunately, that game was called off due to a player injury to St Albans City striker Jess Burke, their captain. I can confirm via their Twitter that she is now back at home. It's, I believe, thankfully not as bad an injury as everyone kind of suspected. Obviously, for people that weren't able to make it to the game, an ambulance was called, so there was a lot of concern from both teams, basically. But really, really good to hear that she's actually on the mend, hopefully from the injury, back on the pitch as soon as possible. We were at the point 1-0 up, and that was by I've got to say, an incredible run and assist from yourself to Jess. How was the game that up to the point, obviously, we were able to play that game?
Yeah, we were enjoying it. I think we had a lot of the ball. We had a lot of the chances. Again, I think we were in control of the game. It's a shame, really, we only scored 1 goal, but then they played quite a high line and they did get us offside a few times. So fair play to them for that. But yeah, I think for us, we were enjoying it and we kind of had the momentum. So yeah, I think we hopefully would have gone on to score a couple more goals in that game. But like you say, the injury did kind of, the game did probably need to be abandoned with what everyone thought was a serious injury. So that's probably the right call. But yeah, so we play again on Sunday and hopefully we can take the momentum from the 25, 30 minutes we played into Sunday and carry on from where we left off there.
Yeah, we'll talk about the upcoming fixtures in a little bit. But moving on, so you're obviously quite a prolific goal scorer. I don't think I can say that for just this season, but also multiple seasons going back. You've been an incredible goal scorer, and obviously watching you play, you're incredibly athletic and forward thinking from watching you as a player. Can you just explain how you got into football, what your journey's been, and then obviously why you joined Luton in the season just starting?
Yeah. So I've played football since I was 9. I'm 32 now, so quite a few years. And it started obviously at school. Back when I was at school, sounds silly, but yeah, quite a while ago. Obviously, girls' football wasn't as big. So I did do a lot with the boys on the playground, playing on the playground, playing for school. I eventually joined Kempston West End, which was just like a local girls' team. That was the only one that there was around Kempston then. So I joined there, and I was just training and playing there. I got into the Rushden Diamonds like Centre of Excellence when I was growing up. And then the team I was playing for, Kempston, then changed to Bedford, like changed names. So I was playing for both of them. And when I got to 16, I had to kind of make the choice of, do I want to stay with Rushden at the Centre of Excellence or stay with Bedford? And I chose Bedford because I always played football for the enjoyment of playing with my friends. I played for a good youth team. We had a lot of seasons unbeaten, quite successful. So I wanted to stay playing with them. Then I did do a couple of years with Luton. As I think I must have been around 1920. Played a couple of seasons with Luton then. Then unfortunately I did my ACL. So I had a season out, and then when I come back I went to Bedford just because it was local. And then so then I was at Bedford for the last 5 years. And then obviously at the end of last season there was a lot of changes made. And I thought for myself, I wanted to carry on enjoying my football. So I thought the best decision for me would be coming to Luton, where I knew a few familiar faces, and I was quite excited by the managers, the coaches, like the enthusiasm they have and the direction they want the club to go in. So I kind of thought that's a journey I want to be part of. So yeah, that's kind of how I ended up back at Luton this season.
That would explain the social media post where they said back once again. I remember it now. Obviously on the Luton Ladies Instagram and Twitter. If you want to check out the interview that Tash did on there, you can go back and watch that on there. So on to kind of maybe a bit more personal sort of questions. So do you have any pre-match rituals? Are you superstitious at all?
I am slightly superstitious. I kind of do the same match day routine. So kind of I get up, shower, then I have my breakfast, drink my cup of tea, then I have to like do my hair, then I have to clean my boots. So I only ever clean my boots before the match, not like some people clean them straight away, but I always do it on the morning before the match. So I kind of follow the same match day routine every Sunday, which everyone kind of laughs at me for, but I just feel like if I don't, something will go wrong.
That definitely sounds like a pre-match ritual. Superstition
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, definitely.
Do you get nervous at all before the games?
So I think it depends. There's some games I always feel like not a nerve, it's kind of like a excitement, or like I want it to go well. But I think if it's a final, I do feel nervous. For like cup games finals, like when it's kind of down to the nitty gritty, like if the game, like obviously every game means something because you want the 3 points, but I feel like when it's like a one-off game, like if you win this game, you win the cup, or if you won this game, you won the league, I do feel slightly more nervous for them kind of games.
Sure.
Definitely. But yeah, there's always like an excitement nerve before every game, but definitely the big cup games and like the games that it's like are down to winning something, I definitely get more nervous for them ones.
So obviously, speaking of that, obviously you were part of the matchday squad down at Chigwell as well, right? And you got, was it 3 goals or 4 goals you got?
Before that,
4, yeah. I remember because they had to. I went and corrected the update at the end. I remember and said the 4th was yours. I was lucky enough to be there to see that as well. So yeah, that was another incredibly good game. You're up to 9 league goals now, I believe. And obviously you've got one in the pre-season. So you are absolutely killing it, as they say. Do you have a song or a playlist or anything to get you hyped up before the game?
So I have a few songs that I like to listen to. Kind of playlist, I just play kind of whatever's. I'm not too fussy with the playlist, but there's a couple of songs that I always find that come on, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this one. Yeah, yeah, they kind of make me feel like, yeah, I'm ready now to play. But
Any
yeah, so
any you want to shout out?
so I love Mr. Vegas, I Am Blessed.
Okay.
And then I like Better Than that song. So yeah, there's a couple, but
Were you able
different
to
versions.
were you able to make it to the Luton Big Weekender and see Chasing Status at all?
No, I didn't.
Ah,
No, I didn't go. I think I was
oh,
on holiday actually.
it was
Yeah, I'm sure.
a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, it sounded good from all the pictures and videos I saw.
Yeah. Okay, so time for 5 quick-fire questions for you.
Yep,
So, gin or wine?
gin,
Okay. Disco or karaoke?
karaoke, definitely.
Okay. Fish and chips or Chinese?
Chinese,
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation,
And scoring a goal from a cross or being a defender and then scoring one-on-one?
scoring a goal from a cross.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. So on to other news around the Luton ladies. So Andy Dickens and Kira Palmero are both going to be out for the season. It's gone up on their social media. Obviously, Andy Dickens has had her ACL surgery, so she is on the road for recovery now. Kira Palmero, I think she's still under assessment. I'm not sure, but unfortunately, as I say, she's going to be out for the season. We are going to be doing a special pod episode with Nikki, the general manager of Luton Ladies, to get the exclusive details on the new connection between the women's and the men's team. So that'll be coming up. Keep your eyes out for that. The next fixture, is going to be against St Albans, and that is the rearranged FA Cup fixture, and that's going to be on the 20th of October at 2:00 at Barton. What are your thoughts ahead of that fixture?
So I think we're quite excited. I think we just want, because the FA Cup obviously last season for Luton was such a good run in. I think there's always kind of a buzz when you speak about the FA Cup games. So I think obviously after Sunday with the abandonment of the game, I think everyone just kind of wants to get going again and get that game played and out of the way, and hopefully look forward to the next round, which comes up in a few weeks. So yeah, I think there's excitement around let's get this game played and carry on from where we left off on the Sunday just gone.
And the next round has actually already been drawn, and it would be against Hutton FC, which is down in Billericay, Basildon area. So that's going to be the next fixture, obviously, hopefully when Luton Ladies beat St Albans on the 20th, this coming Sunday. Make sure you show up and give your support if you're able to. This is also the start of a series of home games as well, I believe. There's potentially about 4 or 5 home games now in a row. Obviously, that's got such an impact on yourselves as the players, but then also the teams who have to come and visit. Let's say they're coming from a bit further away. It definitely has a toll. Are you looking forward to that run? Obviously, playing at Barton must be a bit of a special thing at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's, like you said, there's that buzz when you play at home, and I just think Barton definitely has that. Everyone's really up for the games, and it's nice, obviously, not having to travel too far to get there. But yeah, definitely, we look forward to the home games. It's a nice pitch to play on, great ground around it. The atmosphere in the changing rooms, in the bar after, it is really special. So we definitely look forward to them home games, and just kind of getting, hopefully, the crowds down there to enjoy the football and the games that are coming up in the next few weeks.
Yeah, and obviously it means no more 3-hour journeys up to North Norwich.
Yeah, they are painful.
Yeah. Okay, well, that is everything. Thank you, obviously, so much for coming on, Tash. Is there anything you want to add at the end here?
No, that's all good for me. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yeah. Look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday.
I will definitely see you on Sunday.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to Blackstar and Carry On for making us sound great. And also a shout out to the pod sponsor, the Record Shop in Amersham. If you find yourself in Amersham, pop down. They've got vinyls, CDs, guitars, and more. If you mention the OK Football Show and you're nice, you'll get a discount. Obviously, if you like this content, subscribe to us on YouTube. Thank you all, and come on, you Hatters.